this is the best job in the world. I love this, you know, just sitting at a drawing table and making stuff up. And if I was a plumber or a carpenter or, you know, doing some other kind of work, I think I would still, you know, come home in the evening and draw, you know, just for myself.
I want to ask a technical question. You're holding the pencil in a very classical sense, like charcoal. Is that how you normally do a drawing, or is this just for demonstration?
No, I used to hold a pencil like, you know, just like anybody else, like, you know, writing. And about 15 years ago, I broke my wrist. And, you know, it was not anything really bad, you know, it was just a break, but it was bad enough that when the bones healed, they warped. So when I got out of the cast, you know, and I tried to draw like this, it hurts. So, you know, I just had to readapt. You know, it varies. You know, I like a lot of different mediums, and you know, I love working in brush and ink. You know, inking comics and drawing comics, and I'm really into that right now. And I know it's not going to last. You know, it's gonna reach a point of overload, and I'm going to want to do something else. You know, and then I'll go, you know, into painting. You know, and, you know, like work with watercolors or acrylics or whatever. And, you know, just be really enthusiastic about that. And eventually that burns out, you know, and I want to get back into something else. So, you know, it's a cyclical thing. And, you know, I'm just happy not to be stuck with just one thing. Oh, Frankenstein was all pen. It was all pen, but it was very, very flexible pen nib. It was a lot 291. I'll never forget. Yeah, because, you know, I used to buy them by the box. Well, the reason was that they were so fine. The points were so fine that out of 5 nibs, you'd only find one that would work, you know, give you a fine line and actually hold it.
Do you have mistakes often, or how? Do you just like white out, or do you work around it?
No. You know, I use white out for you know, to correct mistakes. You know, I use, you know, like liquid paper, you know, whatever. And, you know, sometimes, you know, intentionally, sometimes use the white out for
stylus.
like doing rain or something, you know.
How do you, like, when you're correcting a mistake, I mean, how do you apply it? Do you have like a special brush or something, or is that using the thing that comes out of the cap? Is that necessarily?
That's all I need, you know. It's got the little sponge brush on it, the little applicator, you know.
That works out.
That's fine. Yeah. There's actually very little white out in Frankenstein. Because at the time, I thought of white out as cheating, you know. So, you know, it's like, nope, I refuse. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Little Lulu and Donald Duck comics, you know, which I also.
Covers? Your mom did like the covers?
She knew just by looking that a kid should not be reading this. You know? So, you know, I had to be sneaky, and, you know, I had to go down and read them at, you know, the candy store on the corner, and just not bring them home. We had a great system at our local candy store. You could go in and rent a comic for 2 cents. You know, they had a little dish, you know, you put your pennies in there and you could rent the comic and you know, read it in the store and then put it back. It was great. They had a big show window in the front that they built window seats around. So, you know, it was always full of kids, you know, sitting around reading comics.